Hello, everyone, and welcome to Monday. I stayed up quite a bit last night. I was hoping that I wouldn't, but I did because I was setting up computer stuff since I talked about that yesterday. And it's went well. It's just everything takes you so much longer than you think. Having a computer just set up, that's not a problem. Starting to use it as your primary computer when you work on the computer and you got all sorts of stuff in all sorts of places, that's something. But it's going well. I've managed to get like all of my applications set up. I'm running like the backups to make sure that everything is backed up. I'm in the process of moving. I moved like a bulk number of files, and then I was like, okay, now I'm going to kind of like comb through things because I don't need all of the stuff. So it's going. One thing that I wanted to mention, just because it was possibly the coolest computer feature I've ever seen. And like once it happened, I remembered that like, oh yeah, they talked about this on a WWDC at some point. I had my mini, the Mac Mini with the monitor in front of me, and then I've put the iMac to the right of it because I need both computers on in order to like get files back and forth. I had them both on. I was like working on figuring stuff out, and I have two different mice connected to the different because they're different computers, right? And I don't have any sort of, application or anything installed to share one mouse. But I'm working on the computer and I move my mouse to the right side of the monitor, and I'm just kind of like, I just have it over there and I'm just pushing it up against the side of the monitor because in my brain subconsciously I was like, ugh, I wish it would just go over there to the iMac. And then it did. And there's very few moments in tech nowadays that seem to really like wow you. That wowed me. Like I'm sitting there just like, ugh. And then all of a sudden on the iMac, it looked like the mouse was like trying to poke through a membrane. Like there's this little like membrane thing that comes out of the side, and I kept pushing, and it was this little animation of like boom, and then the mouse was over on the iMac. And I was like, and then it was like, oh my God, that's right. I remember them talking about this. It's just magic. Like you just if you have two Macs next to each other, and presumably you're signed in to the same account on both of them, it just works. And that was very neat. And then once your mouse is on the other computer, your keyboard controls that as well. The other neat thing is that you can like select some files in Finder and hit copy, and then bring your mouse back over to the other computer and hit paste, and it'll paste the files. Yeah, I think you can actually just drag stuff too, which it was neat. It was really neat. Again, like these days, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of stuff that's super, super impressive, but that was super impressive. And it's not that you can't do this with software, you can, but the fact that it just worked and I didn't have to set anything up, and also the fact that it surprised me because I was just like, I wish this worked. Oh, it does. That was really cool. That was really neat. Anyway, yeah, that's it. That's I'm still very much in the computer minds. It's going great. It's going good. Like it's actually going good. I also exported my first project because tonight was Monday night, which is Mouse stream night, and she streamed Okage, and I needed to, take that Okage stream and export it for Steven VOD, and I exported the whole thing in 15 minutes. And I was like, that's faster. That's by how much I'm not sure. I'll be interested to see how fast it goes on one of my streams because some of my streams are like 4K and they're big boys. The Okage stream is only 1080, so I'm looking forward to putting everything through its paces a little bit more, but so far so good. And I'm trying to, every time I move computers, and maybe some of you do this too, I always try to like reorganize stuff because things get a little cluttered. And I'm trying to like come up with like a new structure of like, no. This folder into this folder into this folder, and that's where this file belongs. We'll see if I manage to keep working on that as, in the next few days, because eventually I'll probably just kind of get fed up and just bulk move it all and be like, it's fine. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you about that magic thing, and also that it's going. I'm fortunately not staying up as late as I did last night, so that's good because I had breakfast stream in the morning. But there's a lot of work to do in order to move computers. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?